Oh, and by the way, Boehner Bronco Buster?
Yeah.
Where the hell did that come from?
Improv.
Oh, it's wonderful.
At Money in the Bank 2024, John Cena announced that after over 20 years in WWE, he will finally be retiring.
I'm killing myself.
The last 5 years or so, it sort of already felt like Cena was retired, but after hearing the official announcement, it hit a little different. Whether you got into WWE in 2005 or 2015, whether you loved him or hate him, John Cena has been a constant, a model of what it means to be a WWE superstar, and a true icon. This announcement has gotten me thinking about what lies ahead for John Cena, and how this retirement is going to play out. Before we get into my fantasy booking, it's really important to clarify that this is just an idea. And it's not going to be perfect, you know. Trying to book John Cena's retirement is almost impossible because there are just so many things and wrestlers that feel like they deserve to be involved. But obviously, you know, we can't fit everything and everyone in. So as of right now, what do we know? WrestleMania 41 is going to be John Cena's last WrestleMania, but he's not retiring there. Cena said that he wants to work between 30 and 40 dates in 2025, so we don't really have a clear endpoint for where Cena's going to retire. My plan for this booking is to book from the Royal Rumble to WrestleMania, and then we'll go from there and kind of just end things wherever they feel right. We start a few weeks before the Royal Rumble, where John Cena makes his first appearance since Money in the Bank. Cena does his usual happy to be back shtick and thanks the fans for always making him feel at home, before really getting into why he's back. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've given every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears I have to offer. I've shared so many moments with all of you, moments that'll last a lifetime. But as much as it pains me to say it, we're closer to the end than ever before. And I've got one more goal left to accomplish before I hang up these boots for good. You see, there's one record that I've been chasing my entire career. One more World Championship. And that's why, come the Royal Rumble, I'm throwing my hat into the ring. Now, I'll be the first to admit, having Cena go after another world title is definitely the easiest booking decision, but I do really think it's the best because it just makes the most sense in my mind. Before Cena leaves the ring, after announcing that he's entering the Royal Rumble, he's going to be interrupted by Seth Rollins. I've got to hand it to you, John. You've had one hell of a career. You've done things most people only dream of, and wanting that 17th World Championship, I get it. It's a storybook ending. But here's the thing, John. I've got my eyes on that prize too. I've got my own legacy to think about. I have respect for you, John, I really do. But come the Royal Rumble, I'm not just going to step aside and let you have your moment. I'm entering the Rumble, and I plan on winning it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Instead of giving Cena one feud heading into the Royal Rumble, I want to plant seeds in a few different places. So each week, he's going to interact with someone different. Next week, he runs into Rey Mysterio backstage, and the two start to reflect on the past. Then they can be interrupted by the Judgment Day, who for the sake of this video, I'm going to say are still a group, even though I definitely expect them to be broken up by this point in real life. So this is going to lead to the first John Cena match, which will be taking place on the first Raw of the Netflix era. John Cena and Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. Trust me, we're not throwing John Cena into the Judgment Day vortex. I just think this would be a good way to get him back in the ring with, a fun, nostalgic tag match. Now, before we go to the Rumble, we need to establish what the landscape of WWE looks like at this point. Who are our world champions? I think Gunther is all but a lock to beat Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam, and I fully expect him to go on another, lengthy title run, so let's say Gunther's the champ. On the other side, we have Cody Rhodes, and while I wouldn't be surprised if Cody lost the title between now and the Rumble, we're going to play things safe, and we're going to say Cody's still the champ. John Cena is going to enter the Royal Rumble around the early 20s, but he's not in a good spot. Cena is alone in the ring with Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. Rey Mysterio has already been eliminated, so Cena sort of looks like he's all alone, and the Judgment Day are going to start to attack. Cena's getting the hell beat out of him when the next person enters. It's CM Punk. Punk runs down to the ring and helps Cena fight off the Judgment Day before the two men come eye to eye. They have a moment of understanding and then go their separate ways. We get to the end of the Royal Rumble, and our final four are John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, And then the last guy is kind of open for discussion. This is my thinking. The fourth guy is winning the Rumble, and he's going to go on to face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. This could really be whoever we want, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, or even The Rock. My point is, it's just not really important, and whoever wins will be challenging Cody Rhodes at Mania. So Cena gets eliminated by the eventual winner, and now it's back to the drawing board. Cena comes out on Raw to talk to the fans and talk about what his plan is now. Well, I guess I should start with the obvious. I didn't win the Royal Rumble. I went out there and I gave it everything I had, but it just wasn't my night. But let's get one thing straight. I'm not done yet. I may have not won the Rumble, but that doesn't mean I'm giving up on my dream of becoming a 17-time world champion. This journey isn't over. I'm going to keep pushing, keep fighting, and keep believing, and I promise you, I'm going to find a way to earn that title shot. We then hear the music of the World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. He makes his way down to the ring and comes face to face with Cena. John Cena, the man who never gives up, the man who wants to be a 17-time world champion. I've watched you, Cena, and I've seen your determination. But let's make one thing clear. You don't deserve a shot at my title. I'm not here to give you a chance out of respect or admiration. I'm here because I want to prove something. I want to show the world that I am the best wrestler of all time. Gunther seemingly offers Cena a world title shot on a silver platter. So Cena of course jumps at the opportunity, but it's not quite that easy. Adam Pearce comes out and says that as much as he'd love to make that match happen, contracts have already been signed, and Gunther is already slated to defend his title inside the Elimination Chamber. Pearce does offer Cena a qualifying match, and John Cena accepts the opportunity. Cena ends up beating The Miz in a qualifying match. Not because I really want to see that match, but just because it seems like the kind of match WWE would give us. Trust me guys, I'm trying to keep this a little realistic. The rest of the chamber starts to fill out, and it looks like this. Gunther, John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and Sami Zayn. Talk about a stacked ass Elimination Chamber. In the weeks leading up to Elimination Chamber, we see Cena interact with all of his eventual opponents. Cena and Sami Zayn can reminisce on the time Sami answered his open challenge. Rollins can reiterate to Cena that he still only cares about his legacy, so on and so on. You get the gist. We arrive at the Elimination Chamber match, and everyone in this match has a little bit of history with each other. So on top of it just being, a really great chamber match, I think there's a lot of interesting stories we can tell. Rollins and CM Punk will end up taking each other out of the match because I think that that's the direction to go for WrestleMania. Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. Drew McIntyre is the next to be eliminated, leaving just Gunther, John Cena, and Sami Zayn. Cena and Sami start to work together, but Gunther's just too good, and he eventually eliminates both men. Cena has once again lost another opportunity. We are now only weeks away from WrestleMania, and Gunther has seemingly cleared the division out. There's only one way to find him a number one contender for WrestleMania. Tournament.
Yes.
We're going to have an 8-man tournament which looks like this. As you can see, I have John Cena facing Ilya Dragunov in round 1 because, Jesus Christ, that would be amazing. Anyways, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, John Cena, and Drew McIntyre all win their round 1 matches. In round 2, Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins are in the middle of an insanely close match when CM Punk comes out and screws over Rollins. I think screwing over other people has just become Punk's gimmick at this point, so let's roll with it. This means Sami Zayn is moving to the finals. Cena will then go on to beat Drew McIntyre in our other round 2 match after a very hard fought battle. Cena goes to shake McIntyre's hand after the match, but he's having none of it, and Drew attacks Cena. McIntyre is wailing on Cena when Sami Zayn runs out to make the save. Cena is in real bad shape heading into the finals, and even Sami Zayn is concerned. John, every fan in this arena, everyone watching at home, and everybody in that locker room knows you're one of the toughest guys to ever step into this ring. But look at you, man. You're beaten up, barely holding on. You're already a legend. Is this worth it? Cena thinks long and hard about that question before answering. Sami, I've been through a lot in this tournament. Every match has pushed me to my limits and then some. But here I am, standing in front of you, just one step away from WrestleMania. One step away from getting another shot at Gunther in that World Heavyweight Championship. I've got nothing left to lose, and everything to fight for. That's just it though, John. You don't have everything to fight for. You already have everything. 16 world championships, Hall of Fame lock, the undisputed greatest of all time. You say you have nothing to lose, well John, neither do I. You say that this means everything to you. Well, I tell you you're wrong. This means everything to me, because all I want is a fraction, a crumble of the career that you already have. John, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to face Gunther at WrestleMania, and I am going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Not because I'm the best, but because I want it. No, because I need it more than you. Cena wins, lol. No, but seriously, yes, I would have John Cena win. I think we all know Sami Zayn is eventually going to win a world title, but not now. You know, this isn't his story. Sami can go on to face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania because I think that they have a lot of unfinished business. This means we now have our WrestleMania World Heavyweight Championship match. Gunther versus John Cena. Gunther and Cena will come face to face on the Raw before WrestleMania. Gunther calls Cena a disgrace to the sport of professional wrestling. Cena says, "Is that right? Is it because I wear jorts and bright, colorful shirts? Come on, Gunther, tell me something I haven't heard before." No, Cena. You're a disgrace because you left professional wrestling to go to Hollywood. You let them treat you like a joke, a sideshow. You abandoned the ring, the very essence of what it means to be a professional wrestler. You sold out. Cena is taken back by this. Gunther's words, they cut deep. You think I abandoned wrestling? You think I sold out? Let me tell you something, Gunther. I went to Hollywood to challenge myself, to take on new opportunities and to make a name for myself outside of this ring. But I never forgot where I came from. Every role I took, every movie I made, I did it with the same passion and work ethic I learned here in the WWE. You call me a disgrace, but I've given everything to this business. I've sacrificed my body, my time, and my life for this ring and these fans. Cena, you talk about passion and sacrifice, but deep down, you know the truth. You're not the same man who once carried this company on his back. You're soft. You've turned into a caricature of yourself. At WrestleMania, I'll expose you for what you really are. A relic of the past trying to relive former glory. And when I defeat you, the world will see that John Cena doesn't belong in this ring anymore. So that's our story. This isn't just a match about who the best wrestler is. It's a match about what professional wrestling is. Gunther says the ring is sacred, and Cena's making a joke out of it. Cena is saying that professional wrestling isn't, one set thing, and it's whatever the fans want it to be. And I think that's really true. Wrestling can be serious. Wrestling can be silly. Wrestling can be jorts and colorful t-shirts, or it can be black tights and long coats. I think John Cena is the perfect wrestler to tell this story, because like professional wrestling, he doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's the way it should be. Now, this is as far as I'm going to take my little fantasy booking, but I know you're all wondering, who wins? Well, I think we could really go either way. Gunther winning makes sense, but if I'm being honest, I really like to see Cena win. Cena could win the world title and then announce that he's going to retire whenever someone beats him. That would make every match we see of Cena feel important because they could literally all be his last. I would have Cena face guys like CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Randy Orton. And then we could see some newer guys like Chad Gable, Carmelo Hayes, or maybe even Jacob Fatu. That would be amazing and could have some really insane parallels to Cena vs. Umaga. In the end, I would personally have Cena lose the title to Sami Zayn, but I know most of you guys probably wouldn't be crazy about that, so I'd be cool with Braun Breaker beating him too. Like I said in the beginning, this is just an idea, and I would really love to see Cena go up against guys like Gunther and Ilya Dragunov, but I totally understand if people would be more interested in seeing Cena face, some of his old rivalries like Orton and CM Punk. I tried my best to include some nostalgic moments, while also having Cena go head-to-head with the next generation. In the end, I don't think there is a perfect way to book Cena's retirement, because honestly, I just don't want it to happen. I can dream up my own storylines and fantasy bookings, but the truth is, nothing will truly capture the magnitude of what John Cena has meant to WWE, and to us, the fans. I think the perfect way to book Cena's retirement might be less about the storylines, and more about celebrating the man, the wrestler, and the incredible impact that he's had on professional wrestling.
Hey, Jake, up in the head down.